There's a strange number in personal finance. Up until you reach it, building wealth feels like pushing a boulder uphill. Every dollar is a fight, but the moment you cross it, something flips, and the boulder starts rolling on its own. That number is $100,000. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why the first 100 grand is the hardest money you'll ever build, and why everything after it gets easier. When you're starting from zero, almost all of your progress comes from one place: your own paycheck. Say you manage to invest $500 a month. In your first year, you've contributed $6,000. The growth on top of that? Maybe a couple $100. Almost nothing. So early on, it feels like you're doing all the work and the market is barely helping. That's not a flaw in your plan, it's just math. When your balance is small, the returns on that balance are small too. There simply isn't enough money in the pot yet for compounding to do anything dramatic. This is the stage where most people quit. The progress feels invisible, the temptation to spend is loud, and the payoff feels theoretical. The ones who get rich are simply the ones who keep going through this exact part. Here's where it gets interesting. As your balance grows, a second stream of money quietly appears, and it isn't coming from your job. At historical market returns of roughly 7% a year after inflation, $100,000 can generate around $7,000 of growth in a single year, illustratively. Stop and notice what just happened. Earlier, you had to work, earn, and sacrifice to put $6,000 in. Now your money is producing more than that on its own, without you lifting a finger. That's the tipping point. For the first time, your portfolio starts contributing more than you do. The boulder you were pushing uphill has reached the crest, and gravity switches sides. Once that engine is running, the timeline compresses in a way that surprises almost everyone. Think about it this way, illustratively, using round historical-style numbers. Getting from zero to your first 100,000 might take you the better part of a decade, but getting from 100,000 to 200,000 takes noticeably less time, and from there to 500,000, less time still. Why? Because at each level, your existing money is doing more of the lifting. You keep contributing the same $500 a month, but now there's a growing river of returns flowing in alongside it. This is the famous idea often attributed to investor Charlie Munger. The first 100,000 is the hardest, not because the dollars are different, but because that's the threshold where compounding finally becomes the main character in your story instead of a background extra. So if the first 100,000 is the hardest part, the smartest thing you can do is get through it as fast as possible. 3 moves. 1. Maximize the savings rate, not the return. Early on, your contributions matter far more than your investment performance. There's simply not enough money yet for returns to dominate. Chasing risky bets to grow a small pot faster usually backfires. Just feed it consistently. 2. Automate and never interrupt it. Set the monthly investment to happen automatically into a low-cost diversified index fund and treat it like a bill you can't skip. The single biggest threat to reaching 100,000 is stopping during the boring stretch. 3. Let it keep compounding. Don't cash out early. Every time you pull money out before the engine is built, you reset the slow part of the curve. The whole reward is on the other side of patience. Reinvest dividends, ignore the noise, and let time do the heavy work. Do those 3 things, and you turn the hardest financial milestone into a one-time hill, instead of a wall you keep slamming into. The first 100,000 is brutal because you're the engine. After it, your money becomes the engine, and your job shifts from pushing the boulder to simply not getting in its way. So if the early stage feels slow and thankless right now, good. That means you're in the hardest part, which is the part most people never finish. Keep going. If this gave you a reason to push through, subscribe. Every week we break down how money actually works. No hype. And I dropped a free net worth tracker in the description so you can watch your own number climb toward that first 100,000. I'll see you in the next one.